Hello and welcome back to the TV Show Club, the club where we talk about TV shows that have been recently watching, viewing and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Now, I always try and find like a positive thing in these episodes. I never just want to completely hate and shit on something for just the sake of it. I'm starting to get annoyed though by people thinking that whenever I do hate on something, it's because I'm joining the bandwagon of hate, and that's not the case here. I can't get behind Acolyte. I just can't. My opinion might change when the series as a whole is out, but we're currently at episode 4, and I can't get behind it. The first 2 episodes I enjoyed. I thought, okay, this is kind of cool. It's interesting to see this era, this age of Star Wars. Episode 3, I went lightly on it when I first spoke about it, but after thinking about it, just the cringiness of the song number that they were doing, the wooden acting, the fire that makes no sense. If all those witches died and that's supposed to be a mystery, then it needs to be clear that that's a mystery. It's so poorly written, the dialogue is just abysmal, and episode 4 is the pinnacle of shit, I think. Like, does it have some interesting moments? Sure. The Sith user, or whatever you want to call him, because he might not be a Sith, because no Sith have been around for centuries, according to Kiyomundi, who, oh, by the way, he's here. He's not supposed to be here, because you've broken the canon by him being there, because of his age. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that too much, because there's people going, oh, well, his age isn't actually canon, and it's just like, you could have used anyone else. You did not have to use Kiyomundi. You could have used Yoda. Just show us Yoda. Yodel or Yadel. Whatever the woman thing's name is. It's just painful. It's painful to see people just treat this franchise that I completely love and adore with such disregard for the source material, with such disregard for pre-established lore, with such disregard for other characters and other things. Besides all of that, this is just a terribly made show. Like, I've honestly, I think this might be the worst one yet. I could possibly say that this is worse than Book of Boba Fett, and Book of Boba Fett was bad. My issue with Acolyte lies, I think, in the writing, and just everything, actually, to be honest. The writing is abysmal. Like, the dialogue is just so stale and boring and wooden and forced. I just don't connect to any characters. No character has a really standout personality or has any cool one-liners or just says anything of worth, in my opinion. The editing of this show is so boring. Like, I was just watching these dialogue conversations. There's no interesting shots. There's no interesting scene setup shots. It's just the most basic over-the-shoulder back-forth that I have ever seen in a show of this budget and of this level of, like, production. I can't fathom it. Like, I want to see the world. We are in Coruscant at the peak of the Jedi, at the peak of their power, at the glory days, the golden age of Jedi. We are in this era, and what have we seen of it? Like, we haven't seen anything that is it just sets up the world and makes it look cool. I just feel like we're contained to the 7 actors that are in a little stage soundbox thing. I want to see the world. I want to feel engrossed in it, not like I'm watching a TV show. I watch this and I don't feel like I'm in the world. I feel like I'm watching a produced thing with people with makeup on. And I get it, that's what it is. But I watch something like House of Dragons that's on at the minute, and I instantly fall into the Westeros world, and I instantly just divulge myself into everything and every location, whereas this, I just don't, and it's just painful to watch. I was giving Acolyte benefit of the doubt. I was waiting for it to be good, but it's just, I just give up. Like, every aspect of this is just poorly made. It feels like a fan-made thing, from the makeup to the editing to the dialogue to the acting. It's just, not good. It's so wooden and just stiff, and I just don't like it. And the fact that they tried to do fan service, someone in the writing room went, hey, this is going to be good. Kiari-Mundi, the fans are going to go wild for this moment, this character moment, and it's just backfired on them so horrendously that they deserve that. They deserve all the hate. The annoying thing is no one will listen to the hate that Acolyte gets because they will just simply pin it down to toxic masculinity, and that is just not the case at all. Like, I don't care if the main protagonist is a woman. I would love to see a main protagonist as a woman and it actually be good. There are so many brilliant women in Star Wars who are just fantastic. Leia, Ahsoka, Padme, like, oh, there's so many good characters, and it's not an issue. What I have an issue with is terrible shit writing that breaks the law of Star Wars, that breaks the canon, that just feels so unbelievably forced. Here's a strong woman, that it's unbearable to watch. Like, give me a strong woman who doesn't have to, like, make out that she's a strong woman. Just give me a strong written female character. That's what I want. It's so, like, this is the issue though, because they won't listen and they will just keep making and keep churning out these shit shows that are just diluting Star Wars. We had 6 brilliant films. Say what you will about the prequels, but I love them. Then the sequels came. Were they brilliant? No, but listen, it was okay, it was exciting, it was Star Wars, cool, whatever. Now it's like Ahsoka was okay, Mandalorian's okay, but it's getting worse by the season. Book of Boba Fett, shit. Kenobi, apart from the fan service, shit. Acolyte turning out to be shit. Andor, use Andor as the model. Let's write some brilliant characters. Let's craft an absolutely incredible story. The fact that Acolyte is now my favourite Star Wars TV show and it doesn't have the Force, it doesn't have lightsabers, is actually disappointing. Like, the comparison that I make is if any character in the Acolyte in the next, I don't know how many episodes there is in this series, but in the next 4 or 5 episodes, let's say, any of the characters we've been introduced to get killed, get offed, I will not give a single shit. There is not a single, like, emotion in me that will be, like, picked up from seeing one of them die. After, what was it, 2.5 episodes of Andor with the in the prison, the line I can't swim broke me. It broke the internet because that was a well-written character. That was a just outstanding arc of a TV show. The episodes in Andor just crafted so many different little brilliant characters and so many stories that it baffles me that the same studio, I know it's not the same writers, but the same studio can make this and sign something like the Acolyte off. It's laughable how just abysmally shit this is and how good it could have been, because this era of Star Wars is good. The books are brilliant. This era of Star Wars could be an absolutely outstanding era of Star Wars, but it's just being booted down the stairs and trampled upon because it's just not being treated with the care that it should be. I can guarantee you the writers and creators of this show have not read the books of this era of Star Wars. The High Republic era is brilliant. Do something with it. Do something with it that's not this. Because this is bad. Like, this is bad. Like I said, maybe they will turn it around and do something cool, but I highly doubt it, because I just think that these scripts are made for films. Like, how can you give me a 30-minute episode of a show? Acolyte episode 4 is 30 minutes. Firstly, that is shit for the budget that this show has been given. That's awful, like, full stop anyway. But then if you also consider the fact that, what did we even cover in this episode? We started at Coruscant. They had a slight conversation. Oh, I'm going to go find my sister. Yeah, sweet, nice one. They went to the planet. Someone went to attack them, and then it ends. What? Where's the character development? Where's the world building? Where is the development in the plot and the story? It's just, oh, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. Let me know. What did you think of Acolyte episode 4? Are you as fed up as I am? And I'll see you next time on the TV Show Club.